Bustafellows Season 2. What kind of sick joke is this? It's all the same guys. Imagine if The Bachelorette used all the same people 2 seasons in a row. This guy's in here trying to get a second shot at getting romanced. Yeah, right, dude. Last week, Smash Bros. Director and Best in the Biz recipient Masahiro Sakurai started a new YouTube series called Masahiro Sakurai on Creating Games. Here he's giving advice on game design, but packaging it in a way that a casual, non-professional audience could still be entertained by. So far, while these videos are extremely well produced, I'd say in terms of game design insight, they range from neat to practically uninformative. Like in today's video, the primary message was to find the game mode in your TV settings. Sure, really, I feel like I'm learning much more about how to make a good YouTube video from this series. He's doing a lot of the things that I'm like trying to do, but much better. Look at how nice and natural and comfy his set is. Like, this is what YouTube looks like today, right? It's not a TV set, it's just where somebody lives. He's got real plants. The videos always start and end the same way, that's super important. The graphical presentation is so solid. And yeah, I've been trying to pick some wild wardrobe choices for this show. I've been trying to be future forward. And then Masahiro Sakurai shows up in a button-up fitted snowflake print. The man's a genius. But the thing I'm picking up on the most, the thing I'm most jealous of, is the runtime of these videos. It's never more than 5 minutes. He just makes his point and waves goodbye. Boom, boom. That's what I want. I want this to be that. I want delayed input to be just brief, boom, and then leave them wanting more. See you next time. It just never happens that way. I always just keep talking. So my goal for today's episode is the first ever 5-minute delayed input. How are we doing so far? Okay. So earlier today there was a brand new Pokemon trailer for a brand new Pokemon named Grafaiai. And it's really good. Normally I hate watching trailers for a video game I intend to play. Why ruin that for myself? It's especially worse for movies. Think of like a joke. Think of watching a joke for a movie you intend to see, laughing at it, and then watching that joke again in the theater. Who are you who wants that? Why do you want to hear that joke twice? I think of like the villain. I think of the reveal of the villain, right? A director always makes that so intentional. Here's the villainous reveal. They storyboard those out, man. And then it's just like the audience knows. That guy's, he's on the 7-Eleven cup. We've seen him. That bums me out, man. So, back to this Pokemon trailer. It's not a part of the game, right? It's in this documentary style. They actually did one of these for Pokemon Legends Arceus as well.
Those are wild Snorunt!
The reason this trailer is good, and I'm happy to watch it, is that it's actually a more exciting reveal of this character than the video game itself will eventually have. This has suspense. This has intrigue. I wish Pokemon the game was more like this. This made discovering Grafaiai fun. Because for Pokemon, tweets suck. It sucks to see a Pokemon revealed in a tweet. It sucks to see like a screenshot on IGN. Wait till you see Grafaiai. It's not as fun. Part of the joy of a Pokemon game, right, is wandering this land and happening upon some freaky thing you never seen before. That's the joy. That's it right there. Oh my God, what is this? And that feeling, that rush of discovery is actually what this trailer amplifies. It does better than the video game. There's another video that they posted simultaneously today that shows off this thing in-game. And here's a nice thing I can say. In this game that will eventually be focused on environmental exploration. Functionally, it is cool that they made a creature that will have an effect on that environment. Good idea. Good game design. But also, look at it. Look at Grafaiai. This thing is not up to standard. This 3D model is unbecoming. I don't feel robbed here. I don't feel robbed of the experience of happening upon that thing in the wild, in the context of the video game. I don't know if that would have been a positive experience, a remarkable one. And so, yeah, because of like this fun trailer, because of this originally like nobody forced you to create that little trailer. Because of that, Grafaiai gets to be hero for a day. Grafaiai the lemur, who slops ink out of its middle finger, gets to be the star of the internet for 24 hours. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a positive thing. I would like to see more trailers like that. And just like Mr. Sakurai teaches me, that's it. There's our 5-minute episode. Leave them wanting more. Delayed Input will be back next week. Thanks for watching. So you'll notice right now that the Patreon credits are going half speed and are twice the size. That's because they were invisible in the video last week. I failed to notice that. I felt really bad because people spend a lot of money to be featured there, and I wanted to make up for it this week. And also, I do think this is a nice opportunity to talk about credits in video games. Scrolling credits in video games exist because there are scrolling credits in movies. It's just a thing they just took. It's just lifted. Video games sometimes do fun things with their credits. Sometimes it's fun. Like a standout to me, one of my favorites of all time is Ocarina of Time, where it's like little epilogue scenes. You get to see little moments that happen in both of the timelines you just created. Another favorite is like a Kingdom Heartsy, like they'll do snippets of every cutscene that passed by throughout the credits. I love that a lot. It's a nice like recap. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot there was Toy Story. I just finished Pac-Man World Repack recently, and that ends. It was like when you can play credits. That's always so nice when it just gives you a little game to play. This song was really nice.
Ooh! You kidding me?
That's a 10 out of 10 credit sequence. But at the same time, obviously, if I wanted to read those names, I could not. And so it comes across like, oh, we should do something fun with the credits. We have to have them here. And it's like, who says? Bandai Namco? Who says you gotta put your credits there? The movies? You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to. It's wild. It's wild because, like, think of, like, Fortnite. Nobody's watching the Fortnite credits. Nobody's watching those. And you could be like, yeah, go to the settings. They're in the options menu. You can find the credits. They're right there. But I'm talking practically. I'm rounding up right now. 0% of Fortnite players watch the credits. And it's not like the people who work on that game are working less hard than the people who work on single player games, but there's no moment to, right? It's not like when you like get a triple kill in Valorant, it's not like, and now the credits. There's just no time. There's no natural time, but there is that moment, that expectation in a single player game. Because of movies, here's where the credits go. These people worked really hard on this. And I want to make it clear at this point that I love credits. I actually like credits a lot. I love scrolling credits at the end of a movie or a video game. I freaking love it. Because in a case of a movie, think about being at the theater, right? You're locked in. It's captive reflection you're forced into. It's just a nice moment where you are locked in to soaking it all in, letting it settle, thinking about that story you just observed. Because like one thing that drives me crazy is like when a movie ends and some dad just pops up and manically darts out the door. Like, I hope it's because he has to pee. I hope it's pee. But it's just, it seems normal. What drives me nuts is like when it's like a group of people and they all act like it's normal to leave a movie suddenly. Directed by, we gotta go. Imagine ending a book like that. Imagine just the end. Gotta go. I looked it up online. There's nothing after that. Come on, let's go. Come on. These are credit. We gotta go. We gotta go. Stop thinking. Stop thinking about the story. Okay? I'll talk to you about the story on the way back to the car really loud. I had a lot of problems. There were a lot of plot holes. I'm going to go pee, and then I'm going to complain about the actors. Come on, just give it a second. Just let it be for a moment. So yeah, scrolling credits are in video games because they're in movies. It's following a tradition for the sake of tradition. But I think it's a good tradition. It's a nice tradition. For me, I like, it could be anything, right? I'm not reading the words, but there's just something comforting about scrolling text. But also, in contrast to movies, sometimes video game credits can be obscenely long. Longer than 3 songs by Seal. They can go 12 minutes. They can go longer than anyone can self-reflect for. And at that point, it is interactive, right? It's like, gamer, you decide, have you self-reflected enough? And then you hold down B. Did I unlock anything? Looks like no. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. 80 gigs freed up. It's nothing like freeing up 80 gigs.